This is a quick demo for what I am doing on 1688.com with my sourcing agent and shipping agent, Sheng from B2C Sourcing. Video for home building and importing from overseas Facebook page. So as we're all getting containers with a lot of furniture, there's a lot more that is obviously made in China and looking to capitalize on those sorts of things. For those that probably can hear my accent. I'm not from the United States. I actually live in Australia, and I've been building a house for a little while now. We should be complete in October, and we're looking to have our container shipped with all of our furniture, all of things that are going inside the house, cabinetry, outdoor gates, but also everything that's going in the kitchen, everything that's going in the bedrooms, everything that's going in the laundry. And a lot of those things are available on Alibaba, but if you're going to get into a conversation for every single line item would take a huge amount of time. So 1688 is a little bit more like Amazon. To sign up, admittedly, it is a little bit tricky because it is all in Chinese. So when you come to the website, it would look like this. The way that I signed up is just going through the normal sign up process using my Gmail account. And I use Google Translate on my smartphone and then use the camera, which translates things that it reads in languages in real time to English. A little bit harder to show that on this video, but highly recommend that you guys sign up in that way. The way that I log in is that I use my real phone number. And so when I go to log in, I just put in my phone number and it texts me a code. And then I use that code to log in. And then I appear on this page here. So as you can see, it feels maybe a little bit like Amazon or a typical e-commerce website. Now, there is a search function which does do a little bit of translation. So simple things like looking up pillow should get you things that are related to pillows. But what I really like is this plugin, which I downloaded from the Chrome store called 1688 Purchasing Assistant, which enables you to do searching in a much faster and better way, in my opinion. And I'll demo that now. So as I said, I'm not from the US, but we all know about Walmart because we hear it in all pop culture. And so if you're looking for something at Walmart, i.e. this bird feeder, which is $109, what the plugin does is it brings up this little icon. So from here, I can click search. And what that's going to do is take the image and search across 1688, actually Amazon as well, and also Alibaba and AliExpress. But for this demo, let's focus on 1688. You can see here there's a square of what it's searched for. If I choose this one, it will just search for the phone. If I choose that one, it'll just search for the camera. Or if I want to be a bit more prescriptive on what I want it to search as part of the image, I can do that and it will search it. The other add-on that I have is this one here, which is called the 1688 AI Buy. And what that does is, I'll show you what it does. So once I've put that image in and I find something that looks similar to what I want, I can click on that. And what 1688 AI buy is going to do, among other things, is actually convert that price to USD for me. All the other prices are in RMB or Chinese yuan, which you can obviously use a conversion to do that. Now, the way that I'm working with Sheng and his team is that when I see something that I like, I add to purchase cart. You'll see here that we're now back in English, and the way that I've done that is just using the Google Translate function. And sometimes you'll see a product, but there might be 6 or 7 different variations. Sometimes there's actually 50 variations, depending on what you're looking at. And when you choose something, you'll just want to choose cart and then add to cart. And you have to wait until it actually pops up and says that it's added to the cart like this. When you can see I've got 182 items in my cart, which I will take you through now. So purchase is short for purchase cart. Here again, when it's in Chinese, obviously everything will be in Chinese. you can translate that to English and have a look at everything in your cart. So this will give you an insight into some of the things that we're buying, things, little drawers for the inside of the drawers of the kitchen, things to paint, things to garden, some tools, towels for the pool, coasters. We've got some bean bags, but we're actually going to use memory foam sponge. So this comes in 30-pound bags, things for our cat, and the list goes on and on and on. Linen, wool, gear, some electrical boxes for outside, a wheelbarrow, mounts for TVs, and the list goes on and on and on. You can only have 200 items in your cart. So once I've got my 200 items or less, I actually put them all into a spreadsheet. First, I just copy and paste everything just straight away because all these will become live links for Sheng and his team to use. But then I admittedly painstakingly go in and put in every line item. But some of these actually have multiple. So in saucepans, I've actually got 5 or 6 line items. I've just put one in. But it's just so that they can reference, and for me, saucepans, and this is the one. And I've actually taken this procurement and I've actually turned it into a PDF just by pressing Control P and then PDF. And I've saved the whole thing in English and in Chinese. And I send the spreadsheet with those 2 PDFs to his team. And he has a team of sources which will then go and click the links in the PDF and then using the PDF start to make these purchases for me. The way that what I've arranged with Sheng is that I send him money. So I've sent him, I think, 4 or 5 thousand US dollars, and he's been chipping away at the list for me. And when there's enough that's been purchased, his team will then go into this spreadsheet and then change things to ordered. Things that are approved are things I want him to buy, things that say research are things that I'm still looking at. Again, this is just the way that we're doing it, and there might be a better way to do it as well. But this is what his team does all day, every day, which is sourcing products for people to import. I have used Sheng before. He's my shipping agent. I have shipped things from China with him a few months ago, and him and his team are really great to work with, and really understanding of the project and the kind of nuances that we're working through. He's also just taken a lease on a new warehouse in Shenzhen, which is much closer to Foshan. But for all these little things, it'll probably go to Ningbo, where his office is, so he can personally take care of it. So hopefully that is a good summary of how I'm using a Chinese 1688 website to make these purchases. You can see, I'm not sure how much these will go for the US, but here $2.78. Some of these monitor mounts and iPad mounts, $6.76. I feel like most of these things are cheaper on here than Alibaba. They are purposely made to be sold with less interaction, and so I assume that's why they're cheaper. The chat functionality on here isn't great, and they don't expect you to speak English, so it is all in Chinese, even though there is a ongoing translator like Alibaba. But I try and limit my purchases on 1688 to things where I don't necessarily have to go and discuss, negotiate, customize, and all those sorts of things. I can just click and add to the cart, and away I go. So hopefully that helps you guys have, I guess, what it is that I'm doing and see if it's interesting for you. I will be happy to answer any questions of my experiences. I haven't had any of this delivered. I'm expecting the first lot of photos and updates to my spreadsheet before the 10th of April. So from there on, hopefully I can provide some more insight. Please feel free to ask any questions. Cheers.